It's Drew, and in this video we're going to install the attack headlight from Advent Black on my 2016 Harley Davidson Road Glide Ultra here. Pretty excited. I think this is kind of a cool looking light. So I've had a couple different headlights on this bike. Right now I'm back to the stock one because I really do like the way the stock one looks and I was kind of missing it. But after going from my previous one to this one, I noticed that the stock headlight is indeed a lot less bright than I thought it was. So we're getting rid of that. We're gonna go with this one. Let's get this apart. As always, it doesn't matter what kind of windshield trim you have. You need to get the windshield trim loosened up. Pull out your windscreen. My bike is dirty because we've been riding at night a little bit. Then I'm just going to finish pulling this windshield trim all the way off. How many times do you think I've had this outer fairing off the bike in the last 8 months? Go back through my videos from the last 8 months and let me know. It's been a lot. Disconnect your signal lights. Super simple taking this apart, you guys. I've had this off so many times, there's really nothing to it. It's a 3mm hex bit that I need. So really it's just not losing your screws and getting these things started, being careful not to cross thread them. So we just kind of want to get them all started. 3 for each of these mounts. And then once they're all started, you guys know this, you guys know how to do this, then we can start snugging them down. This stuff you don't have to be super aggressive with, just snug. We're just going to plug these in. We could have plugged these in once they're on the bike, don't matter. Alright, let's get this over to the bike. It seems a little weird because this headlight is nowhere near as deep as the stock one. So instead of being able to kind of set it in here, you need to kind of hold it in place while you get the screws in. But everything's lining up perfectly, so no worries there. I really should have plugged the wiring harness in before I put the headlight in. That was a bad call. The purple wire goes to the left signal, and the brown wire goes to the right. We've got that. The clips that hold these wires on your stock headlight, you need to pull those out of your stock headlight and put them in here so you can clip these wires on if you want. I'm going to try to just leave it here. I'm not going to worry about it. If I notice that it's clunking around or rattling, then I'll have to take the fairing off again and redo it. But honestly, I have this fairing off all the time, so I'm always doing something. Alright, these headlights don't have a brass insert for your bezels to screw into, but they do include nuts and washers and bolts, so this would actually be easier to do before you install the headlight. I think the only real problem is gonna be trying to find a wrench small enough for these little nuts on the back here. I'm gonna just try to use a pliers, hold it with the pliers, Phillips screwdriver. Alright, and with that, all we need to do is put our fairing and our windshield and everything back together, and we're ready to go test these lights out. The most important thing, honestly, when putting this fairing back together is just when you're getting everything started, don't tighten anything down. If you keep everything nice and loose while you're getting the screws started, you'll be able to manipulate the fairing and get all of your bolts to line up easily. Don't forget to plug your signal lights back in, or you'll be kicking yourself for that mistake in about 5 minutes. Ask me how I know that. A lot of times when you're putting this outer fairing back on, things will be hard to get the bolts matched up with the threads. If you follow this step, get the screws behind your grill started, but not tight. Just enough to hold the fairing on. Then put in the lower screw on your wind deflector and snug that one down. That's gonna suck the outer fairing in. Then do the screws that go in your signal lights and they'll go right in. And then all that leaves is tightening up the screws behind the grill and putting your windshield trim on. But everything will line up perfectly if you go in that order. Speaker grill, air deflector, signal lights, in that order. The other thing you just want to make sure is when you're putting the inner fairing back on, make sure that your wiring is out here, obviously, so you can plug in your signal lights. Otherwise, you'll be tearing everything apart and starting over again. And then other than just going out and getting some riding shots, we are done. Install is complete. I think they look pretty cool. All right, I'm gonna go out, get some shots riding at night with these headlights. We'll compare these to the stock headlights so you can kind of get an idea of how much brighter they are. These shine about 4,000 lumens on low beam and about 8,000 lumens on high beam. You've got the switchback signals, which means they stay white when you're just riding, and then when you signal to turn, they'll flash amber and then back to white.
Close my eyes, the universe to see.
Alright, you guys, I'm going to leave it up to you. We had the bike out, we got some shots riding at night, comparison of the stock light versus the attack light from Advent Black. What did you think? What do you think of this headlight in general? Let me know down in the comments below. I'd be very interested to hear your thoughts. I'll have a link down in the description if you're interested in more info or picking one of these up for yourself. It's not an affiliate link or anything. I don't get anything out of it. I'll just put it down there for your convenience. And other than that, that's gonna do it. Stay safe out there as always, and we will catch you in the next video from Touring Midwest. Peace.